I'm going to talk less.
Am I starting it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh. All right. Well, welcome back to Money Donuts. Today we have a super special activity episode for you to partake in.
Woo!
So, yeah.
Activities.
So if you have a piece of paper and a pencil or a phone or whatever you can use to, oh my goodness, to write down some letters as I talk to you, that's what you need. So the fun part of this is James and Steve are actually going to take this money personality test while we're walking you through it.
I can hardly wait.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome.
So I'm going to read to you some different money statements. If that sounds like you are going to write down the letter that I associate with it. And if there are more than one that sound like you, obviously write down more than one. All right. Easy enough. Okay. So here we go. So I understand the difference between the things I want and the things I need. If that's you, A.
What if it's not you?
Then don't write anything down.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
We're just writing down the letters if the statement sounds like us.
Okay.
Okay. So second one, I rely mainly on my instincts when making purchases. If that's you, it's D. I never return from shopping without having bought something. That's B. If I like something, I just buy it. I make purchase decisions quickly. That one's going to be a D.
Do you want James and I to give you any insight on this?
Yeah.
Like maybe I'll guess I'll start guessing what James puts down.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
I don't keep track of how much money I have. That's going to be F.
That's definitely James. False.
LOL, Mr. Spreadsheet. I like to have the most fashionable and
most
up to.
How could you not be on top of how much money you have? The app, you just log in, pip, you know your balance, bam, done.
Or you sign up for real-time alerts and it will just update you whenever.
All right.
I like to have the most fashionable and most up-to-date things. B. I spend little time planning for the future. That's F. I tend to overdo it when buying gifts for family and friends. That's E. I do that. Budgeting is the last thing I ever want to do. That's going to be F. And the reason I want to have a lot of money is not to have to worry about money in the future. That's a C. C for Cooper. If I won $10 million, I would be most excited about all the things that I could buy. That's going to be B. I don't even need you guys. I can entertain myself. Shopping really cheers me up when I'm having a bad day. Target, it's my happy place, man.
I'm really thinking about these. That's why it's hard to process it. And
well, remember, I mean, like first gut response. That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
That was B. Shopping really cheers me up when I'm having a bad day. B. I always stay within my budget. That's C. When I go shopping, I plan ahead for the purchases I'll make. Also C. I don't enjoy spending money. That's A. I get great joy from helping others. We should all put down E for that one. I do a lot of comparison shopping before buying a big ticket item. That's going to be C.
James has said that before.
Yeah.
He's definitely a C.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gotta analyze.
Gotta analyze.
I usually spend money only on the things that are really important to me. That's going to be A. I believe money issues will work themselves out eventually. Money is my last priority. That's going to be F.
Is there like a half on F?
Nope, it's F or nothing, man. I get most joy from seeing my friends and family happy. That's E.
My gut reaction was to put down E there, and so I put down E. But I wonder if you'd like, when you process that, you're like, if I don't put down E, I'm just like a horrible person. Even though I said I don't put a lot of money into people's gifts, so.
That's okay. That's why we're not analyzing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. It's hard to not.
It's a no judgment zone, I guess.
It is. Money is always a no judgment zone. I have things in my closet that still have the price tag on them. That's going to be B. I buy the things I want when I want them and worry about paying for them later. That's going to be D. Saving money makes me feel happy and comfortable. That's going to be A. I would much rather have someone else handle my money. That's going to be F.
Oh, I'm interested. James, where were you on that one?
I didn't put down a letter.
Okay.
Oh, all right. I have no problem going into debt or borrowing money for something I want. That's going to be D. Okay, our last 5 questions. You guys ready?
Give me a breath. Give me a breath. Whew. I'm stressed out. Are you guys stressed out when you're listening to it? Okay.
If I won $10 million, I would be very pleased knowing my future is secure. That's C. If I want something that costs more than my budget, I will save up for it. That's A. I am willing to loan money to friends and family in need. That would be E. I will pay more for an item if it's by a sought-after or high-quality brand. That's going to be D. And I really enjoy sharing my possessions with others. That would be E. Okay, so now what you're going to do, you're going to total up the number of each letter that you have.
Oh, boy.
And it's okay to have like 2 that are kind of around, the same letter because we kind of fluctuate in our money personalities. You might be a combination of a bunch of them. So once we have those letters, then we're going to move into what your actual money personality is.
All right. James, can I borrow your pen?
Yep.
All right. Thanks. You guys talk amongst yourselves while I do this.
We're prepared.
I just want to watch you.
I did detect a pattern in the letters here, so I'm excited to hear what
Oh, what do you mean you detected a pattern in the letters?
just that, like,
You like a certain letter?
no. I don't know how to explain it without, like, giving away the...
That
Yeah,
you
just-
chose more letters than another letter? That's the whole point of this.
I feel like you guys are running ahead and I need to catch up. Just wait.
That's nothing new for you, Steve. Just kidding.
Brutal. Brutal.
I mean, truth hurts, man.
Okay. I think I'm ready.
Okay. Do you know what ones you have the most of?
Yes,
Okay. So, mostly A's. Are either of you A?
I am.
Really?
Yes.
It's intriguing. So, A's are the saver. Okay. So, they're considered the saver.
I'm the winner.
You're not the winner. All money personalities are just fine. So, here's some characteristics of that saver. Okay. So, you take pride in saving rather than spending. You enjoy watching your savings grow. You'd rather not buy something than risk paying too much for it. You frequently choose less over more. Let's think back to Steve's blow up furniture incident. You can spend money, but get more satisfaction from having money left over. And we kind of think, isn't that a great problem to have? Now, there are some things to kind of be mindful of with this money personality.
Now I'm nervous.
Dun, dun, dun.
So you might find it hard to treat yourself or even spend on essential items. And you may have trouble being generous with others. You can miss out on valuable opportunities and experiences.
Wow.
What do you think, buddy?
That nailed me.
Nice.
I'm driving a rusty car and oh boy.
Like, you would buy something for your family in a heartbeat, but for yourself, you'd be like, I don't need it. I'm getting by with what I got.
All right, let me tell you a quick, use it down for a quick story that my wife reminds me about all the time is that on our wedding night, there was a bottle of champagne in the room. And I was like, we can't, like, we're not drinking that. Like, that's just something that comes in the room. Like, it's going to be too expensive. And she was like, let's just drink it. And we ended up not drinking it. And then
It was included.
It was included. And so, so for the last 11 years, she's been on me about how.
Did you eventually drink it? Did you take it home with you? Or did you just leave it there?
I think we were like checked out and it was like.
Okay, so you know what you have to do for like your like 30th. I don't know, how many years have you been married?
God, I think it's 11.
11?
Yeah.
Pop quiz. Stacy put me up to it. So for like your like 15 or 20 year anniversary, you gotta find a hotel with champagne in the room and drink it.
Oh, perfect.
You could just get the champagne.
No, that's not the point.
All right.
I'll take your suggestion.
Okay, don't let Stacy listen to this one.
Already failed.
Okay, so mostly B's. Are you a B, James?
No, I'm not a B.
Okay. So B's are the spender, which does not surprise me that you are not a B. And characteristics of the spenders are you don't agonize over spending money. You love to give gifts. You spend money as soon as it's available. You have a live for today attitude. You tend to see a deal in every transaction. You know a good deal when you see it, and your spare cash goes to things that give you pleasure and to those you care about. Do you guys know who is a spender? It's me. I'm this money personality.
You're the one who always tells me that you're a saver.
I'm not a saver at all.
That's like you're wearing your financial educator hat when you're saying things like that, aren't
Yeah.
you? You're
No,
like,
full disclosure, listeners, I am a natural spender, and I have had to work really hard to figure out how to make that work for me, if that makes sense. So,
is it telling that I had no B's at all?
Yeah.
Is that odd?
No.
I had a couple of them. So, I mean, I think I have some of those traits, but.
You're just like a very serious saver. So now here's some issues with the spender. Not issues, just things to be mindful of. So you may have trouble saving and controlling your debt. You may put too much emphasis on status, and your self-worth could depend too much on material things, which is true. I really like to have the newest thing. When I was younger, credit cards and I, not friends. So
Sure.
all things that I've had to learn, if we're being honest here. So those are the spenders. Again, none of these are bad or more ideal. You just have to recognize them and figure out how to make your money plan work for you then. Okay. So C's are the security seeker. Are you a C?
I'm a C.
Knew it. So some
Got me.
characteristics of the security seeker are you like to play it safe. Before you spend money, you need to feel you've explored all the options.
Oh, yeah. 110%.
You don't like to borrow or lend money.
It depends.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah. Kind of sometimes.
You spend money, but get more satisfaction adding it to your savings.
It depends what it is. Maybe.
I like it. So some things to be mindful of with this money personality is you may overthink things. You may have difficulty
I'm just putting my head down.
seizing opportunity or being spontaneous. And you may become overly focused on yourself. How do you feel? Describe you? A little bit. James is uncomfortably laughing at.
Are you a C by far? Like,
I had 4 of them. But,
Okay.
So I had 3 A's and 4 C's. And,
Okay.
And 3 E's, which I don't even know what that's going to be about.
Oh, you're going to find out. Neither of you are a D. Got it. Okay, so now we're done with what you guys are, which is interesting. Now we're mostly D's. D's are the risk taker, okay?
Ooh.
Yeah, so they tend to have an all or nothing mentality, kind of like that spender, okay? You tend to see a deal in every transaction. You like to negotiate, okay? You think a big potential payoff makes a calculated risk worthwhile, and you'd rather invest than save money. Okay, so do something a little riskier with a higher return, right? It's probably that thought process.
I wish I was a little more D.
Yeah,
I had none, so
interesting.
yeah.
So some things to be mindful of with this money personality is you may need help setting limits when it comes to financial transactions. You may become impatient and gloss over risks and problems. So like reading the fine print,
Ooh.
at least do some of that, right? And you may end up losing money. So interesting one to think about.
I don't like that part. I don't want that part of the D.
E's are the giver, okay? So do you have some E's?
This E and F were my second, tied for 4.
Okay.
So.
I figured. Also, F also feels like you a little bit. So E's are the giver. So the characteristics of these are you focus on and enjoy helping others. Steve will never say no. You're generous with your own time and money. You feel, which is interesting because you're not, well, he is generous with his time and money for others.
Yeah, just not himself.
Yeah. Okay.
Or my
That's
family.
perfect.
Yikes.
Or my family.
No, you're generous with your family.
Yeah. You feel responsible for others' well-being, and putting yourself first is hard to do. How do you
Treat
feel about this
yourself.
one?
I don't know.
So some things to be mindful of
Uh-oh.
are you might have a hard time saying no. You may ignore your self-interest and have a lot of wishful thinking.
That's all I'm doing right now.
So that's E. They're the givers. And then we have F, the flyer. Okay. So this is our last money personality. And some characteristics of the flyer are money matters are of no interest to you. You like to explore and have new experiences. You're generous with your time and money. So kind of like that other one, depending who it's for. And planning ahead seems like a drag. So some things to be mindful of with this one is lack of planning could cause problems. You may be too quick to give control over your money to others who do not act in your best interest. And you may end up living beyond your means.
Good to know. I mean, that's...
What do you think?
I think both of you probably answered that you would not want other people to control your money. Well, I know I called James out on the spot, but you're probably the same way.
Yep.
Totally ready to sign my stuff over to anybody.
You're like any takers.
I mean,
any accountants out there right now.
I mean, that's the relationship that our members have with Royal, right?
Mhm.
So there's a level of trust there.
Yeah.
Depends what it is. I mean, at Royal, you're depositing your money into an account or, taking a loan, whatever. If it's like retirement and they're investing it and there's a risk involved, that's something totally different. So maybe that wasn't a good example. It depends on what you trust your wealth management person or whatever, right?
Right.
I don't know what the...
Well, I think that says something though, where, my checking account, my bills and things like that, I like to take care of that. But when it comes to investing or like future planning, I like to have someone that I've built a good relationship with to be able to do that. And that's, what we do at Royal. We build those relationships so people feel confident in us being able to help them manage their financial future. So that kind of management, I'm good with. I need that.
This is perfect. I love this activity. And I think if you were late to grabbing a pen or your phone, that you can always go back and play just the first part. You don't have to listen to James and I.
You can probably guess just from us talking about the different personality types, which one might fit you. You can see some elements of ourselves in your own experiences for sure.
Awesome.
This was fun.
Good. I'm glad you liked it.
If you want to listen to more Money Donut episodes, past episodes, just make sure that you subscribe to wherever you're listening or go to rcu.org/podcast, depending on if you're there or not right now.
Are you going to tell them to review and...
No, it's your part.
Subscribe, like us, and review.
We got to start singing again.
Money. No one? Come on, you're the bass.
Oh, sorry.
Money.
No, why did you go bass if he...
I was telling him, I was trying to help him.
Money, like that?
Yeah.
Money.
Why am I the highest part?
Well, I don't know. I was an alto. What do you want to be? Do you want to be the tenor?
I want to be the bass.
Well, go for it.
Money.
Donuts.